You can be surrounded by the people who love you most and feel like the loneliest person in the room. You're sitting at a dinner table. Everyone's laughing. Someone's telling a story. The food is good. The people around you love you. You know they do. And somewhere in the middle of all of it, you feel completely alone. Not lonely because nobody's there. Lonely because nobody's really there with you. If that's ever happened, at a party, a family dinner, even lying next to someone you love, you're not broken. You're not ungrateful. There is a psychological reason this keeps happening, and once you understand it, you can't unfeel it. Psychologists separate loneliness into two types. Social loneliness is simple. You don't have enough people around you. The fix is obvious. More people, more time, more contact. Emotional loneliness is different. You can have a full life, a full calendar, a full house, and still feel like you're the only person on the planet. Most people who feel this try to fix it the wrong way. More events, more plans, more people, and it doesn't work. Because emotional loneliness isn't about quantity, it's about depth. And depth is the thing nobody teaches you how to find. Here's what's actually happening. You can share a meal with someone every single night and still feel like they've never really met you. You can tell someone everything that happened in your day and still feel completely unseen. That space between being present with someone and actually connecting with them. Psychologists call it emotional distance. I call it the connection gap. And the uncomfortable truth is that most people are living in it with the people closest to them. It's not that they don't love each other. It's that love and being truly known are two completely different things. You can love someone and still only know their surface. You can love someone and still never say the thing that actually matters. Why? Because at some point, most of us learned that the real stuff, the fears, the embarrassing thoughts, the parts of us that don't make sense, wasn't safe to share, so we started performing a version of ourselves that was easier, more acceptable, less complicated, and now we do it automatically, even with the people we trust most. This isn't random, it's a pattern that starts early. Psychologists call it your emotional blueprint, the unconscious rulebook you built in childhood about which emotions are safe to express and which ones you need to hide. Maybe you grew up in a house where feelings were dismissed. You're too sensitive. Stop being dramatic. You're fine. Maybe your emotions were never wrong. They were just always inconvenient. So you learned to manage it yourself. Keep the heavy stuff inside. Show up as the easy one, the calm one, the one who doesn't need anything. The problem is, you carry that blueprint into every relationship you have. Even when you're with people who are genuinely safe, people who would listen, people who do love you, you still don't let them in. Not fully. The loop looks like this. You feel unseen, so you hide more, so you feel more unseen, and around you go. Quick check. When's the last time you felt truly understood by someone? Not just listened to, actually understood. Drop it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. So what are you actually craving? Not more people, not more time. What you're looking for has a name. Psychologists call it deep presence. The feeling of being fully known and fully accepted at the same time, not in spite of the complicated parts of you, including them. Most people around you know your schedule, your jokes, your opinions, but they don't know the thing that keeps you up at 3 a.m. They don't know what you're actually afraid of. They don't know the version of you that exists when nobody's watching. That gap between the you they know and the you that actually exists, that's where the loneliness lives. Here's the part nobody wants to hear. The loneliness doesn't end by finding new people. It ends by showing up differently with the ones you already have. One real conversation, one moment where you say the thing you'd normally swallow, does more for connection than 100 surface ones. The risk of being seen is the price of not feeling alone, and it starts smaller than you think. Not a confession, not a breakdown, one honest sentence, that's the door. You're not broken for feeling lonely in a full room. You're someone who hasn't been fully met yet, and that's fixable. The people around you aren't failing you, and you're not failing them. You've just been taught to keep the real you at a safe distance, even from yourself sometimes. You're not too much. You're not too complicated. You're just someone who learned to edit themselves before anyone else could. If this hit something, subscribe. We break down the psychology behind the things you feel, but never quite have the words for. Next week, we're getting into why some people never feel good enough, no matter how much they achieve. If that sounds familiar, you'll want to see it.